One of the greatest challenges in the business world is learning how to work in teams. In order to successfully run a company, team members must know how to effectively communicate with each other, develop trusting relationships, and make the most out of everyone's potential. There are many challenges that stand in the way of realizing a cohesive and effective body of workers, but a team can overcome them if members treat each other with care and respect, agree on values, norms, and decision-making processes, and have a conflict resolution procedure. These challenges can be seen as we follow a group of 5 on their journey up the treacherous roads of Mount Marketplace. The group was summoned at Pub Everest to gather courage to venture forth on a quest to scale Mount Marketplace. After a victorious stay at Pub Everest, they met to decide on roles for the team. They were first faced with the task of allocating positions. To start, each evaluated his or her strengths and weaknesses, but ended up throwing that idea by the wayside and did as they pleased. Matthew stepped forth and appointed himself as king as all the other common people stepped back. This may not have been the smartest way to elect a leader, but everyone ended up happy with their positions. Lucy was appointed Countess of Accounting, Sherman the Lord of Manufacturing, Suneda the Duchess of Marketing, and Brian the Baron of Sales and Human Resources. Next, the 5 chose from a list of rules and regulations to create a set of team norms. In unison, they decided the council meetings should never go past the scheduled hour, everyone must be forced or encouraged to speak his or her opinions, and each decision must pass with consensus. They also had grandiose plans of climbing to the tallest peak of the mountain and decided they would not let anything stand in their way. This norm they named YOLO. If we pause and examine the stage our friends are on, it is evident that they are merely forming. They do not yet understand each other's strengths or flaws, and are yet unaware of how to go about attaining their vision and fixing their problems. As they set off on their journey, their next challenge was to settle on a place to base camp, aka setting up their manufacturing plant. King Matthew strongly believed that they should place it in Sao Paulo, while Countess Lucy rooted for Mexico City. As storms began brewing over the Encom crew, they were almost thrown off course by squabbles amongst themselves. They started to find out more about each other's personalities, values, and anxieties, and how sometimes they may clash. As the argument grew more and more extensive and fervent, they realized it was time to decide on a specific process to resolve such differences. After much discussion, they concur that when an argument arises, each will cite his or her reasons and concerns in order to help with the other side thoroughly understand his or her perspective. Hopefully this will cause one side to concede to the other. If not, then they will draw up a compromise that agrees with everyone. Luckily this time, after Matthew explained the advantages of setting up camp in Sao Paulo and addressed Lucy's concerns, they came to consensus and continued on their journey. As they continued through the Tuckman storm, they saw from afar the Cogito Rapids.
Guys, I think we need a ship.
No.
What about a bridge?
No.
I think we just need rain boots.
As they got closer, the group realized that the rapids were merely just a puddle. So they crossed over with just a few steps. Next stop, the fiery depths of Imperial Tech. The Tuckman storm calmed to a drizzle as the group approached the chasm. A lone soldier stood guard and warned them, "You shall not pass." King Dodson and the group assembled a strategy with their newly branded microcomputers, and with a swift push of the delete key, the lone guard of Imperial Tech fell to smothering ashes, and the group traversed the gorge. As nightfall came, the group decided to make camp. Little did they know, though, the VC bandits lurked near in the woods. With superior analytical skills and equipped with magical tablets, they robbed the group of all their possessions, leaving only 49% of their pride and a measly 4.2 gold pieces. Trying to hold their heads up high, the adventurers continued sadly to tackle the immovable bite-sized boulder. The storm finally subsided, and the ray of norming shined upon the group through the clouds. All of them had one goal in mind, to break through the boulder and reach the top. Unfortunately, the group was distracted by the VC bandits and the tragedy of the night before, and they decided to tackle the task ahead individually. Lucy used her mighty drill, Matthew attacked the rock with a swift kick, Sunena pushed with all her might, Brian chose to eat bits of the boulder, and Sherman took a nap. With great persistence, the group finally crumbled the large boulder to pebbles. However, as they looked back, they realized they could have been more efficient. Tackling the task individually did not lead to effective performance. And so with a bump of their fists, they agreed to slay the mighty dragon Bold, equipped with shared vision and determination. Finally, as the clouds parted, the group felt the warm glow of the rainbow of performance. The heroes were now competent and motivated with the task at hand, taking down Bold. King Matthew monitored the entire group like a Hawkeye manager. The Countess of Accounting, Lucy, allocated resources to each member with precision and masterful number crunching. Sherman, the Lord of Manufacturing, ensured adequate production capabilities of the most powerful microcomputers built by mankind. Sunena rallied a calling for support with her great marketing skills, using the 4 Ps: price, promotion, place, and product. Brian, the Baron of Sales and Human Resources, well, he just opened up more sales offices and paid people more money to do their dirty work. They picked up their own weapons and fought in a style that suited their needs, while still collaborating together to create a cohesive attack against the evil monster. At the end of the 7th quarter, Bold finally fell from the top of the mountain. The group had conquered all the foes of Mount Marketplace. They cheered with happiness, celebrating with savory Torchy's tacos and sweet Wendy's Frosties. But their journey is not quite over yet. As the group traveled down the slope the next day, a sudden shadow besieged our heroes. The raging bite-sized boulder rolled at a blazing speed down the mountain, crushing all of our heroes' hopes and dreams. Soon, the indistinguishable roar of Bold also rang in the ear of our heroes, stirring them with its fire and leaving their achievement crushed. In the end, the group did not make it to the top again, and their triumph was never achieved. However, they are still together. The group of 5 still occasionally meets together to reminisce about the better quarters. Most importantly, they all learned about the challenges of Marketplace and the business world, and even a little bit about themselves. They remembered how they had come from fighting and forcing each other's points of views to compromising, and finally to collaborating to create a solution that benefited everyone. In the past, they had looked over each other's shoulders and dictated how they worked. But now they trusted each other and gave each other the freedom and support to do their best.